My name is David Kim. I'm running for U.S. Congress in California's 34th Congressional District. It covers central LA mostly and surrounding ethnic neighborhoods, the most ethnic diverse neighborhoods of Los Angeles and perhaps California. I used to be an immigration defense attorney in federal court, not on the visa side, but defending those who receive their removal notice or deportation notice. And it's one thing to argue their stories in front of judges and saying, oh, Your Honor, they experienced this type of persecution, but then actually hearing the stories from these families, for example, like one family who was persecuted in Colombia, threatened even with political aspects of it and had to flee, dodging death, and then on their way here also dodging more death. It definitely gave me a bigger perspective on what I need to do and what my part is in all of this.
Hicimos parte de un grupo político del cual mi esposo fue candidato al consejo, pero pues él quiso ayudar jóvenes que estaban haciendo parte de la delincuencia y fuimos víctimas de amenazas y persecución. Es que mi esposo fue víctima de un atentado sicarial.
For the father, when you were being vocal, did you have any thoughts of, oh, I might get in trouble?
Pues realmente no pensé que fueran a llegar hasta este punto, porque siempre pensé en ayudar a los jóvenes. Pero como ellos vieron que sí yo podía ayudar a los jóvenes y vieron que sí teníamos el potencial, se enfrascaron en mí y quisieron voltear todo.
Our perception of those wanting to cross the border, those wanting to have a better life in the U.S., it's not just because they want a better life, it's because they absolutely can't have a life where they are, be it whatever country they're in, and we've talked to many families from different countries in terms of the violence, the persecution there, and it had me take a step back in waiting to jump to conclusions of how we handle things without knowing who these people are, what the conditions and environments they're in.
Pasamos 3 noches durmiendo en la intemperie y 4 días caminando sin agua, sin comida, prácticamente sin nada.
A ellos se los hicimos ver como una caminata.
Nunca les mostramos que estábamos corriendo peligro. Ellos no entendían el por qué dormíamos así debajo de un árbol, con el frío latente. Ellos no entendían por qué.
I really think that what we're doing right now is not the way to go. When we saw those 30-foot walls with the steel mesh, with the razor wires, with Border Patrol, and I understand perhaps the rationale that has kept that going up until now, but we can really be doing a better job of using our money towards expanding the asylum process, increasing the number of immigration judges, finding collaborative efforts to take part in the development and relief in South American countries, instead of criminalizing and punishing those who even want to have an attempt of life in our country. I think we should remind ourselves that our country used to be one that was open to the hungry, the poor, those who were tired and weary. People think, why would you care about those wanting to come in? Would care about our domestic issues first, but they're all interconnected and all interrelated. The mass numbers of undocumented individuals and families living in our country, they're not treated as human, despite them contributing towards taxes, towards the workforce, towards the sustenance of America, yet we don't give them any rights, and that's essentially beyond even taxation without representation, but taking their labor without treating them as human.